Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
One of the things that I realized, and I realized this even before going over there, was that our African brothers have gained their independence faster than you and I here in America have. They've also gained recognition and respect as human beings much faster than you and I. Just 10 years ago on the African continent, our people were colonized. They were suffering all forms of colonization, oppression, exploitation, degradation, humiliation, discrimination, and every other kind of ation. And in a short time, they have gained more independence, more recognition, more respect as human beings than you and I have. And you and I live in a country which is supposed to be the citadel of education, freedom, justice, democracy, and all of those other pretty sounding words. So it was our intention to try and find out what was our African brothers doing to get results, so that you and I could study what they had done and perhaps gain from that study or benefit from their experiences. And my traveling over there was designed to help to find out how.
Equality has nothing to do with whites. We don't want to be equal with the white man. He's not the criteria or yardstick by which equality is measured. He's not in a position to tell us we are equal. It's not his right. It's not his to do. Equality, we want equality. We had equality before the white man was created. We had equality before the white man came into existence. And we want equality whether the white man is on this earth or not. Equality means the opportunity to develop all of our dormant potential, all of our dormant capability. And in developing this dormant capability, the right and the ability to stand on this earth on some land of our own and bring about a civilization and a society in which we will be completely independent, complete freedom to take care of the needs, to take care of the wants and the likes and the dislikes of our people, to establish our own nation, our own society, our own heaven, our own future. This is what we mean by freedom, by equality, and justice means as you sow, so shall you reap. If you do wrong, you'll get wrong in return. And if you do right, you'll get right in return. When you're in your own nation, in your own land, you're in a position to get justice. But when you're in another man's country, in another man's land, under another man's flag, and under another man's government, and under another man's court system, you have to look to that other man for justice, and you'll never get it. And Negroes in this country probably are authorities on that.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. And I had this conversation with a friend of mine. It's very hard. Like when I was watching The Godfather of Harlem, and the guy who played Malcolm in there was excellent, by the way. Malcolm has a special place in my heart because if there was anybody, if we can point to one person who was absolutely 100% genuine and authentic, it was Malcolm X. Malcolm X was so on it. He was having problems in his relationship with Betty because he was working so hard. The FBI said this guy is an angel. They had his phone taps. They had nothing on him. He had no girls on the side. This dude was 100% for black people. This guy used to wake up in the morning thinking about how can we get free? How can we do this? And you know how he was rewarded with that? Dying in a hail of bullets by his own fucking people. It's the saddest fucking. If you talk about American stories, to me, that's the saddest fucking American story that I can think of. Killed by the Nation of Islam, who ain't never killed no white people. The white man's the devil. The white man's the devil. But yet they like when I was watching that, I'm like, God damn, you niggas need to calm the fuck down. Like everybody's what was on their tongue is this guy gotta die. This guy disrespected the minute he gotta die. Like what? Y'all ain't killed no crackers yet. But the one person who has to die is a guy who gives a fuck about black people. Like I said, like Malcolm was a big influence on me in my thinking. Him and Amos Wilson. Because to me, those guys was on, and Amos was on it just like Malcolm was. This guy was all about the work. They dedicated their time not to partying, not to getting their dick sucked, not to having side chicks. They dedicated all of their time to try to figure out this black problem in America for black folks. So nobody can say shit about them. And even Martin, like a lot of people have their issues with Martin, but as far as I'm concerned, Martin Luther King died for black people. End of discussion. Yeah. Shut your fucking mouth trying to critique Martin Luther King. He actually put his life on the line and paid for it. Whether you agree with him or not is irrelevant. Who did you die for, nigga? But like Malcolm, man, is just that whole thing just made no fucking sense to me. This guy deserved to die. And everything, and everybody tried to make it seem like it was about the mistresses that Elijah Muhammad had. It had nothing to do with that. The split between him and Nation had to do with the fact that he felt the Nation wasn't doing nothing. You seeing the church burnings and all of the violence against black people, and Malcolm was like, "What the fuck are we gonna do?"
So he was calling them out.
Yeah. He was like, "Y'all keep talking about the black man this and the white man's the devil. And then you're gonna turn around and say we don't want you to be political." That's what the problem was with it between him and the Nation. It's like it's ironic that it's the same problem that I have. The problem he had with the Nation is the same problem I have with the cultural conscious community. Y'all talk a good game, but you ain't doing nothing. And he was 100% correct. And what did they do? Now we can discuss whether or not they did, because I really feel like the FBI and the CIA played a part in his death. But black people pulled the fucking trigger. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say. Them niggas pulled the trigger and took a dude out who was actually loved and wanted the best for his people.